I can let her looser or hold her tighter. I don't know what you guys want me to do. I walk away. I don't let this happen. I would usually go on the other side of the street. Lucy, come. Lucy. Lucy, sit.
If you feel unsafe, you can.
I would make her sit, is what I would do. Do you want me to leave her? Worry about. That's for a dog. Honey. Let's go.
You just walk that way.
This way?
Yeah, just walk over there and make sure you keep yourself safe and run over.
Meanie dog.
So like we anticipated, a lot of anxiety, a lot of insecurity. She's been covering it all up with all this stuff. Much more comfortable to be. Yeah, don't let him see. Don't let him manhandle you. Much more comfortable for her to feel like this than feel like this.
Yeah.
Right? Just like people. Right? Much easier to be, I don't care about anything, but inside you really are not comfortable.
Yeah.
A lot of that going on here. The last thing you want to do is feel sad for her, feel bad, or talk to her when she's going through a whole bunch of tantrums and stuff. You just have to see it for what it is, a tantrum, and it's mostly just because of an insecure dog that doesn't know how to cope, doesn't know how to deal with it. Keep walking. Go ahead, walk ahead. Cool, right? She's already in better gear. And now instead of seeing all the frenzy, you look, you see all the more subtle stuff, right? Now you see her body language, like super unsure.
Right, and her tail, and everything.
Right,
Like
right.
that.
Right? So the last thing you want to do is paying attention to it. Just go. She's just using that as a hope that it'll just stop whatever's going on. She's like, I'm just not into this. I'm not okay with it. I'm not comfortable with it. So if we never push her through it, she just stays uncomfortable with it forever. No one's ever said, you can't do what you normally do. You just got to hang out. She's like, oh God, I've never done that. Like, I know you haven't done that.
Right.
We'll be cool. We'll get through this. But doing the other thing,
Right.
it's a much more comfortable option of the two.
Right.
It's not going to make her life
People
better.
move away. Because everybody moves away.
Right?
And that's what she's. Yeah.
Not only does it control the situation, but emotionally, it feels more comfortable. That's what I was trying to tie into back there, is that just like for people, it feels more comfortable to embody a, I don't care about anything, even if you do,
Right.
even if you're sensitive and freaking out and anxious mess.
Yeah.
So it feels better for her to give the explosion than it does to sit here close to dogs and go, oh man,
Yeah, this is
make
crazy.
this, right?
This
So
is
she's just
cool.
kind of working through it, right? Just chill yourself out.
She's always, you know, she never comes down unless she's sleeping.
Yeah.
She's always.
She needs help.
like that.
She's like one of the typical dogs we get, or like a lot of the dogs that we get. It's just she needs help getting to that point, and then once she does, she's like, oh, thank God. someone can actually help me relax and chill out. Let's walk a little bit more. Come on, man. So what I'm going to do is with the leash, all I'm doing is giving her tiny little pops.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying I want you right here because she wants to do all sorts of things.
And you have her behind her, behind you, which is...
Yeah, well, she doesn't need to be leading the charge. She's not the dog that's made for leading the charge, right?
Right.
That energized, adrenalized, agitated state feels better than I'm unsure state.
But you're holding her there?
No, I'm actually giving her little pops, telling her that she has to be there.
Okay.
So, not tension, right?
Right.
Little pop, and then relax the leash. Yeah, it's just a real cool conversation, like I want you to kind of ride around this area.
Yeah.
Nervous reaction. Now you're seeing this. I don't know if you even got to see that. This is what I saw from my angle.
Yeah.
Right? So the out of the corner of the eye thing is a real common thing when dogs don't want to tip their hand about what they're freaking out about.
Yeah.
Right? Once again, she's in this state where she's not sure. Move her out of the way. Right here. Sit. Okay. So now we're seeing all of the other stuff. She's really tipping her hand. So the skateboarder goes by, and instead of like the big stuff, I see, come on. Is it going to get me? Am I okay? What does that sound? I don't know what to make of it. Just let her sit here. And now for the first time she's able to actually process and gain some yardage on it because she actually watched it go by without the whole frenzy. She's like,
Yeah.
huh, yeah, skateboard. She's not comfy, but she's like, huh. The kind of magic for me was that I did a couple 180s with her and just kind of broke her out of the intensity, and then I was able to talk to her because when she's freaking out, even if you have her sit or lay down, it doesn't matter. The noodle's too worked up. So now that we kind of broke her out of that, now she's like, oh, okay. So here I am. I'm scared of everything. I don't know what to deal.
Yeah.
Can you wake up? Yeah. You need to stay relaxed. Am I here? And your job is just, I shorten that leash a teeny bit more. Just an inch or two. Good. Now, if she starts to pull up ahead of you, I want you to just take the leash and just a quick little pop, like to the side, like this, like that.
Okay.
And not a pull, not a like you're not pulling it towards you.
Okay.
You want it to be like that.
Yeah, even the checking in, isn't it?
Yeah, well, checking in hasn't been on the radar. There you go.
Sorry.
And then, so what you're going to see is because the state of mind's different, she's more sensitive to it too, right?
Yeah.
So the adrenaline, what you've been fighting against is all the adrenalized state.
Yeah.
Trying to connect with the dog or influence and talk to her like this, she's not going to feel it. But now she's sensitive and it's okay. Yeah, she can. Let's check in with me right now. How does it feel like that you got her next to another dog?
It's amazing.
And you stop right there and relax the leash. So that's a dog she hasn't got any familiarity with, right? So what we have here is just, like I was telling you inside, once we change her state of mind, she's going to make totally different choices.
Yeah.
Right? There you go. Gentle pressure, because the prong and her sensitivity, right? Now it's a different game.
Okay.
And don't let her snatch, don't let her do anything. Her job right now is to walk with you in a focused fashion, because that's what's going to, what I've seen a million times, is that's going to make her feel better.
Okay.
She's going to feel more comfortable having you lead her and control her state of mind right now. So, super important stuff. Go on, relax. Okay. So that's what's really going on. That's the real Lucy. But the fun side of Lucy is also there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually put her on this because the prong right now, because she's so sensitive, is almost too much right now, especially around dog stuff. So I'm going to just like this off. You've got to be cooler than that, right?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I'm not going to let her pull towards Junior and be a brat because I know she won't make a good choice.
Right.
So at the little touch is just to get her back into that thing we had out there, which is a little bit more relaxed. Just take it easy. There you go. Sensitive, jumpy. Pet convince her. Okay, she needs any additional.
Manny's a rock star.
Isn't it? Extra kibble for you tonight, man.
He's a total rock star.
But I want you to see this, right? You see all the social stuff going on now?
Totally.
Sniffy social stuff?
Yeah.
Curiosity?
Yeah.
She couldn't get there before because all the fear was standing in the way and she manifested all of this stuff to try and conceal it. So face-to-face stuff, I'm just going to help her out through that. That's especially early on. I want to make sure we don't get her in too much pressure. Stop. Stop. Come here. Come here, young lady. Can you give a sniffy sniff? Stop. Don't want to play. It's not playtime. No. So a little more tail wag, right? Start to unlock a little bit. Now that's not a growl. That's total play from Bella.
Oh, okay.
Don't let that worry you. How does this feel like getting to see some
That's
nice kind of
awesome.
social stuff,
That's
right?
amazing. I mean, that, I know, like the other trainer was saying, I said, well, I'd love to take her to the dog park because I initially felt like she was a pretty social dog, but I didn't have any way of showing her what to do. She just said, she says, well, you know, not all dogs like to be with other dogs. And I was like,
That's true.
it's true, but I didn't feel like that.
She doesn't strike me as the dog. She's sensitive and insecure, but she could be like a really great player. Like once she gets past this, she could be the kind that like really unlocks and has a really great time, which is kind of my suspicion.
And I mean, honestly, she's like, oh, I don't like dog parks anyways. And I know I had some bad experiences.
That's a different conversation.
That's different
right?
than
so we're just
whether
talking about her sociability,
right,
the
exactly.
potential there. Dog parks I'm not a big fan of either,
Yeah.
but just as far as your specific dog, here
Yeah.
she is in front of all these
That's
dogs,
awesome.
and she doesn't care.
That's amazing. It's ridiculous.
Right, Liz?
That's really.
But you still see all the nervousness. It's still there, all that stuff. You know, she's concealed
Huh.
it, but now it kind of broke through, and there's the real thing. Man, he's being really polite. Like, hey, ladies.
Totally.
He's good with the ladies.
Your dogs are rock stars. Wow, look at her. Oh, she'll bolt. Oh, it doesn't matter. You have the kids. It's fine. Maybe she won't bolt. Maybe that's what I think will happen.
So the main point of today, why I did all this,
Yeah.
was regardless of what you do with us or any of that stuff,
Yeah.
I just wanted you to see the possibility of what your dog's got going on.